Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is another episode of the Advanced Platformer series, and if you remember in the last video we created kind of the basics of our interaction system, and the basic interaction now works. But now what we want to do is we want to create a better environment, because currently our character is kind of looking bad because we've just got a green scare here and nothing else. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, and we are going to replace this with a more interesting environment. Now there are a lot of environments packages you can use. I installed this Sunnyland pack here, which consists of, like, if I go under artwork and environment, you can see it consists of this tile set here. If I open this up, you can kind of see that this is basically the tile set that we have got. It contains of a bunch of different tiles that we can use, and it's pretty awesome, I guess. So let's go ahead and change the pixels per unit to 10, so that it is actually matches with the scale that we have got. And yeah, we want to make sure that both of these are set to 10. And after that, what we can do is we can go ahead and select our let's go ahead and try to create a tile map. Now you could use a non-tile map system here as well. It depends on what kind of level you want to create, and this is not the best choice, I'd say, for the actual environment. But I'm going to just go ahead and say create an empty 2D object here, not an empty 2D object, a 2D tile map, and we are going to use a rectangular tile map. Now if I create that, you can see this is basically our tile map, and we can use this to add different tiles to our screen. So we are going to select this, and you'll need to create a tile asset here. So if I go under window and under 2D, you can see we have got tile palette. Now if I open this up, you can see that currently we have got new no palette. So we are going to create a new palette. I'll just call it our Sunnyland, for example. And what we are going to do is, you can see it's rectangle, grid size, cell size, everything we are going to leave at default and create it, and we are going to just put it inside of our main folder. So yeah, and you can see that it creates that tile map, and it currently of course has nothing in it, but we are going to edit that tile map and add the whole slice tile map here, and we are going to save it, of course, in our main assets folder. Everything is going to be in there. So we are going to read all of these assets, and we are going to put these here. So let it just do all of this, and then we should be able to create our environment using the sprite presented in this tile set. So you can see we have got that, and if I go ahead and use the brush tool to select this, I actually we need to stop editing. So you can see that if I go ahead and select this, I can actually paint in the scene using this, and that is pretty awesome. But you can see that it's a bit of a problem, because it seems to be a bit larger than what we would like it to be, because this is definitely a lot larger. And the reason for that is because it's if I go in here, you can see we have got our grid, and our grid has got a cell size of 1 by 1 and 0 on the Z, because of course we don't want anything on the Z, but the X is 1 by 1. However, if I go under my tile palette, if I select this, it's not exactly working, and our tile map is kind of wrong, because this is a lot larger than the actual cell size that we have got. And there are two sides. You can actually just scale this down. That's one option, to just scale the tile actual down. So you could, if I just select this tile set and change that to, for example, 5, and then I apply this, you can see that actually not 5, 20, and if I apply that, you can see that now works, and we have got it at the correct size. But it's almost the correct size, not exactly the correct size. Actually it's supposed to be 16, if I'm not wrong, and that should be the perfect size. So now we have got that. Or you could actually just scale the grid if you want it to be larger. I do not really want it to be that large, so I'm going to do it this way. And you can kind of fill the environment with whatever tiles you want. You can kind of draw here, and you can press shift to erase stuff as well if you want to do that. And you can also like create a box here and fill it using this tool here. So that the basic idea is that you can use different tiles here to create different things, and it's all up to you how you use your creativity to do that. So you can see that using the different tiles provided here, I have kind of created a basic kind of just a demo kind of level here, which we'll use for the basic like platform for testing all of our different functionalities that we add. And of course it's up to you to create different kinds of interesting and cool looking levels. So you can see that I have basically created a bunch of things here, a couple of platforms, and we have got our switch attached to this thing here, whatever this is. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, but there is a bit of a problem which you might notice, which is that depending on your screen resolution, you may or may not see some gaps within the tiles. This happens because of a bunch of things. It can cause some gaps between some tiles, and it's a bit annoying to fix. So one easy way to fix that is to just quick workaround, a bit of a hack, which is to just go under the grid and set the cell gap to negative 0.0005, and this will not actually be noticeable that there is like a that the cells are clustered together. It won't be noticeable, but it will fix the problem. You can see that now everything is absolutely perfect. So let's go ahead and run that. So let's go ahead and just try to run that, and what you should see is that our player, instead of standing on this platform that we have created for him, he just falls down and goes out of the map. The reason is that there is currently no collider. What we'll need to do is we'll need to go under Tilemap and add a Tilemap collider 2D here, which will basically automatically decide where the tiles are and where the collider should be. So let's go ahead and run that, and hopefully this will work. So you should see that yeah, it works. So I can go ahead and for example, I can jump up and I can move around the scene. That's pretty awesome. And what I can do is, for example, I can go ahead and go, for example, here, and you can see that there are a couple of problems which we will fix in a second, which is that you can kind of stand at the wall. So if I just press my left mouse button continuously, so I'm holding the A key right now, it's actually causing me to stand on the wall. And so you can see I'm kind of like stuck to the wall, and if I release it, I fall down. The reason that happens is because of friction, and we'll fix that pretty quickly. And first, let me just change the position of this top platform, because that doesn't seem to be working that well. So let's go in here, go under here, and select this, and let's move this platform to be here, and remove this that we have got here. Also this. Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. Let's remove let's remove this as well, or let's maybe keep it, remove this and move that here. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, and we have got that. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to kind of make sure that error problem that we were having, that does not happen. So you can see that currently we have got all of our tiles here, and they are separate, and they are kind of in this folder. So we'll create a new folder called Tilemap to kind of store all of these, so they don't look too bad, because right now it's just kind of a lot of different things here, which does not look really nice. So we are going to move that to Tilemap, and now what we can do is we can create another thing here, which is going to be a 2D physics material 2D. We are going to just call this like let's just call it player, because the reason we are doing this is because we will remove all friction from this. So let me go ahead and remove this and go under physics. You can see we have got friction here 0.4. we are going to set that to 0. Now we are going to go under players rigid body and set it materials to be this material that we have got here, and let's go ahead and turn this on and see now if that problem occurs, and hopefully it should not occur. So let's go ahead and test that out, and you can see that even if I am pressing my key, I fall down if I am supposed to fall down. You can see that works, and it basically does not cause any problems, and I cannot no longer stay on the walls. I fall down when I am supposed to, and everything works quite well. So yeah, we have got that working, and you can see I now slide down the wall, and that's pretty awesome. And this is pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one, in which we'll kind of implement our switch to trigger different stuff throughout the scene. For example, lifts and lights or something of that sort. We don't really have lights here in 2D, but we could make it do some like lift or something. So we'll do those stuff in the next video, and stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one, and bye.